Okay, we are at the King Midget Jamboree. As you can see, we've got boatloads of King Midgets. We're over here in Bowling Green, Ohio. Not Bowling Green, Kentucky, Bowling Green, Ohio. And the very first breakdown was a very minor one. It was just a battery connection, and it just happened to be on Mama Sue's car. But we got that squared away, and a bunch of people commenting on Big Bill and how beautiful it is. And I should say how beautiful it was now at this point, because somebody put it in gear and I was starting it for a few people that were standing around it, and it lurched forward and fell over. But fortunately, my backpack was on the side that it fell over on, so it did zero damage to the bike itself. I did bust a turn signal lens and scuff up the front fairing and a tiny spot on the trunk, but neither the fairing or the trunk are original to the motorcycle. They're just add-ons. So no other damage other than that. But here we've got Mama Sue's. There's also Clayton and Allison will be the curator and caretaker of this when Mama Sue is no longer with us. So we've got announcements going on, so I need to get down here and listen at what's going on. I will continue more in a bit. Alright, to continue, we went on a little runabout, so I had to cut the other video short. I'll show you. My backpack was sitting just like that. Fortunately, because when the bike went over, it landed on the backpack. Didn't hurt the bike itself, with the exception of, it did take out my turn signal lens and the casing, but I've got one I can replace it with, no problem. And then we got little abrasion here, and this is not original to the bike. And then we have a more substantial one here. But that was it. That was all the damage that was done. Somebody inadvertently kicked it into gear. I always leave it in neutral, but somebody kicked it into gear. And it, when I went to show a family and their kids, Big Bill running, I'm standing over here like this. As soon as I hit the key, it went bump and just fell over. So it didn't go but maybe a foot, then just laid over on its side. But like I say, the saving grace that saved everything was that backpack being hung right there. So Big Bill's been doing good. I had to replace one spark plug because it fouled on me, and that was my fault, because yesterday when we got here, we were out doing just a quick little jaunt, and everyone was testing their cars out, making sure they were all right. And I didn't have a chance to get this engine fully warmed up, which is a recipe for two things: the recipe for fouling plugs, which happened, and it's also a recipe for rusting out exhaust. And with this original exhaust being worth over $2 grand, it's the last thing I want to do. So I got it all warmed up later, but I was only running on 3 cylinders. So I got up at 5:30 this morning and tried to clean the plug, but that wasn't happening. And that was about the only thing that I forgot to bring with me, was a set of plugs. And usually I've got a full set in here. Well, I now do have a full set in there just in case you foul a plug, along with the wrench that's needed. But I got a couple little marks up here too, but didn't do any other damage anywhere else, nowhere else. And the crash bar helped too. It came down, and it, like I say, it just laid down. It didn't skid, it just laid down. But anyway, if you guys want, give me a second and we'll go take a look at all these wonderful King Midgets. We have all 3 generations here, so we'll get over here and cover them. So hang on. Alright, I've got the Hyper Smooth boost on, so hopefully things will look okay. They're cute, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
They're adorable. They're called King Midgets. And they were actually made here in Ohio. They were made in Athens, Ohio.
Okay. So is
Yep.
that where all these are from?
They're
Athens?
all made in Athens, Ohio. And they used to sell them out of Popular Science magazine
Uh-huh.
back in the 1950s and 1960s.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
enjoy them. There's
Is that
all
where you all are from? Athens?
we're from all over the U.S. We got people from all over. I'm from Muncie, Indiana,
Okay.
and we got people here from Kentucky, from Tennessee, just from all over everywhere.
So are you guys just doing like a thing where you just stop in cities, or like is there like a convention or something?
Yeah, it's our annual, what's called the King Midget Jamboree. So, and we pick a different town every year for where the Jamboree is going to be.
And it's here?
And it's here this year. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what else are you guys doing?
Like if you guys went down, I don't even remember the name of the town, but they've got an opera house out there, and it's a little ways away. But their marquee said, "Welcome to all the King Midgets." Tonight there will be a car show downtown, and all these cars will be there.
Downtown?
Yep.
Bowling Green?
Yep. Downtown Bowling Green. So you guys go ahead and show up there, and you'll see
Yeah.
a lot more than just what's here, because there's probably twice as many cars.
What time tonight?
Between 5 and 8. Can you make it?
Yes, I
Well,
can.
then we'll see you beautiful ladies there.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
Enjoy. Mm. That is the quintessential reaction when people see these cars, is they get so enamored by them, and they're awesome. And I don't even feel bad that my 55 isn't here this year. It will be next year. Now that's a Model 2 right there. We'll touch on that one. It's a Model 3, and Model 3 is a little boxier, as you can see. Nice squared off edges. Get you some of that. And there is a bunch of storage up underneath this area here, and also, as you can see, in the back. These are true convertibles where the convertible top will lay down. My Model 2, which is just like this one, the convertible top is removable, but it is not convertible. This will actually just fold down. So we got a couple more. Oh no, you guys are fine.
We don't mean to be in your video.
No, just doing my YouTube thing. That's cute. The lips are kind of crooked on it, but got the eyelashes. That's neat. Little ladybug. Not sure what year, but doesn't matter. That's a Model 2. And we do have a Model 1. We're going to come up on it here shortly. And people put their own spin on these things. There goes Clayton and Mama Sue's King Midget. And the one underneath the canopy over there is a 6-volt system, and they're having problems with the battery in it. We did have a breakdown, and it was just a really minor breakdown. The breakdown was on that car, and all it was just a battery connection, so we got that squared away pretty quick. The little crazy raspberry color, pretty. And I really like the way this one's done. It's done similar to like a Cushman. I do not know what engine is in it, but judging from the electric fan that's there, I'm going to assume it is something much larger than our typical engines. Yeah, it is, because it has an actual regular old ordinary transmission in it. Really nicely done gauge, an actual steering column with a key switch. Neat. We'll find out what engine's in this thing when we have the opportunity. Then we come to the Model 1. This was the first iteration of the King Midget, and they are rope start only, and this is your starter cup right here. wrap your string around it, yank it, and you're off and running to the races. As you can see, we do have a key switch and a little bit of added electronics on it. And of course, the chrome exhaust has been made, custom made for it. Even though the engine is back here, they did that. Just really, really neat. And this has a transverse spring, similar to old Model A's, where the spring goes this way for suspension instead of this way. We got little baby blue here. And everybody put their personal touches on it, and nobody is a purist. Now, we've seen this one before. This one's Jack and Janet's, and it has the Kawasaki 250 with a 5-speed transmission. There's his shift lever. I don't believe he's got reverse. He may have gotten that worked out to where he's got reverse now. So, and I really like the color on this one, and they've put a Continental package on it. They've made a Continental package. And luggage racks. You'll see luggage racks on some of them, and some of them you won't. And most everybody does a custom dash. Here's a nice oak custom dash here with upgraded dash gauges. If I go by the odometer, this says 5,670 miles on it, 5,670 miles. And it's got a cloth type top instead of vinyl top. Just see, everybody puts their own little touches on it. And I also made this one a high back, so they redid the seat so that the seat back is higher. Like I said, everybody has their own little twists and touches that they put on them. Now, something neat about the two of these is these are glove boxes. See the keys? It's hinged right here. Unlock those and lay it down. It gives you access to that storage space under there that I talked about a little bit ago. Same thing here. And you guys might recognize these if any of you are RV owners. Those are just RV door latches. So you undo those, and this one splits down here. So this whole front lays down. And something else that you'll see on most of them now is the Ford Mustang II rack and pinion systems and disc brake conversions. See, I've got disc brakes on this. My Model 2 is going to be getting all those upgrades as well. And here is Larry's beautiful King Midget. And this one has the 16 horse Vanguard. Mama Sue's has the 18 Vanguard. This one does have a cam in it, so it keeps up. It keeps up with everybody. And we got rained on. I got rained on. Everybody got rained on. And this got rained on again in the trailer because one of the roof vents blew off in the storm. And so all that rain just came pummeling down right on top. But no harm, no foul. These things will keep on running. There's a cute one there. And this one got a little bit of carb work that needs to be done on it. But here's what he's got the top down here. So you can see it's a true convertible where it'll just lay down. Or you can bring it up and just a couple of thumb screws, wing nuts, and you've got the top back up. And these are the manual wiper actuators here. I'm gonna come on down. Then we have a custom lowrider coming up next. And here's one that looks like it's real close to being in all original condition. And I like seeing them this way too. Nifty. I like it. I like it. Okay, now here we have lowrider paint scheme. Isn't this just absolutely gorgeous? Beautiful car. Love the paint. He also has the drop down for the glove box. He's even got projector light bulbs. And this is a beautiful car too. I really like the color of it. Hi guys.
Hello.
You're gonna be on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Hope you don't mind.
No.
I didn't figure you would.
Oh, I'm so shy and introverted, yes.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
Okay, tell me about your car.
What year is it?
It's a 68 with a 24 horse Honda.
24's Honda. Is it
Honda.
air cooled or water cooled?
Air.
Air cooled.
Depending on how fast you drive.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the big
How
thing.
deep the water is.
Does it have a governor delete in it?
No.
No. So you run them with the governor, and it still does pretty good.
Yeah, real good.
Awesome. Awesome.
And we
awesome.
can get up to how fast?
Very fast. Too fast. for
Too
us.
fast.
Yeah.
70 miles an hour.
Wow. Do you have the rack and pinion front?
No.
Oh, good Lord! You guys are.
Yeah, we're waiting
You're
for a
on
piece-
you're on borrowed time.
Yeah.
We're waiting for something to fly off.
And I love the color. What's the, it looks almost looks like a house of colors paint. What color is the
Just maroon
Like a
metallic.
ruby, a dark ruby metallic.
just dark ruby metallic? You don't know what the color is? Yeah.
Bought
Wow.
it in West Virginia. Bought it over in West Virginia.
Was it done?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It did not. It had set for 7 or 8 years in a garage.
Mine set for
Unloved.
yeah, mine set for 10. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It's not here,
yeah. Well,
partly
to be
because of that. Yeah, to be continued.
Yeah. Now this has a home north of Nashville, Tennessee. We live in Kentucky, but we're just north of Nashville. So hence you'll see the Music City thing on the back.
Oh, okay.
He
Gotcha.
was born and raised in Nashville.
I love the idea. but I'd
Gotcha.
like to
So
take a
we
lot-
love our King Midget.
Yep. Well, I love mine too, and I was talked into joining it all, and I'm glad I did. I'm real glad I did.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
I'm gonna let
fun.
you two guys get on with your day.
Okay. Thank
I'll let everybody else
you. We shall see
sit here and
you
talk to me.
later.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll give you guys a card when I turn the camera off, so you
Okay.
guys can watch the video when it comes
okay,
out.
Good deal.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye. You all right with showing the world how you did this?
I did what?
The hood.
I didn't make it.
You didn't make it? No?
No, I painted the car.
You painted the car. I believe that you had part in the car that I wound up with.
Which car you got?
The 55 Model 2 red.
I don't know.
It said something about you got it, and you got it over to Dave, and then Dave
Dave who?
Gearhart,
Oh, Paul Gerhardt.
or Paul, I'm sorry, Paul
It's
Gearhart.
a red put too?
Yeah, you want to see a picture of it? Will that
Yeah.
jog your memory maybe?
I don't believe it was me.
Let's see here. Photos. Car. I gotta find it.
Now that little thing that you've done, that could just be done on a regular car. You can just cut across there and put some piano hinge on there. I'll open it up for you. Well, I saw his. His probably different. I did my own, so it's probably different.
Yeah, his just has like levers.
Nope.
You didn't have anything to do with it?
No, not one thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I misinformation.
That's all right. Somebody else did.
Somebody else
But
did.
me, I don't know who it'd be. It's somebody in Ohio, probably.
Where do you live? Lee?
Well, it's got a Tennessee title.
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
Buddy, I don't know.
yeah. Apparently the story was the car sat for 10 years. They did some work to it, but never drove it, and then decided to get rid of it. And somehow Paul wound up with it, and then I wound up with it.
Hey, there's a washer laying underneath there. You want?
A washer?
Yeah. Hang on a second.
Oh yeah, I see it.
We'll mess with that. There's a bolt too.
Oh no, are you kidding me?
Well, I thought for sure it was Lee that found my car. Apparently not. But you heard him. He painted it. This one has an actual hood with gas struts. I like that. I think that's neat. Really, really neat. Love the interior too. The diamond pleats. Beautiful. And some people you talk to, they are all about talking to you about it. Other people, you know, they're too busy. But and this one's super clean too, and it's painted color matched inside and out. Typically the frames stay black, but beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And this one has made the circuit quite a few times. I've seen it a number of times. I like the spires on the top. I just wonder what vehicle they come off of. There's one on each fin back here. Got one going down the center of the hood. Nifty, nifty, nifty. And projector lights again. So we got a rack and pinion. Nope. These ran a Crosley steering box, and they're about as loose as a 55 Ford F1 pickup. Constantly having to check yourself left and right. Here's a different hood example.
Yeah, I lowered the floor 2
A
inches.
lot of work has been done there.
Which lowered this deck 2 inches. So it's got a lot more room than you would expect.
Reminds me, while I'm here, let me get my...
So many different ways to do so many different
Oh, yeah.
things.
Yeah.
That is awesome, Mike. I really like that.
Thank you. Well, I made 3 or 4 of them that open that way, and it's so tough to make them stiff and straight.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim.
Hi,
Well,
Mike, how you doing?
Good,
I
bud.
like Lee's.
How you doing, my friend? Nice seeing you.
I like how Lee's was done.
Yeah.
But I think I like this a little better.
This one was a lot of work.
Oh yeah,
I'm trying
I
to put
can
a number on
imagine.
it to make them for other people, and I haven't really come up with a number yet.
That's a
How does your latch
lot
work?
of sheet
Is it
metal
just
work.
press and release?
Yeah, well, it's just pushing in under here. I just
Oh,
made
it's
a little.
inside, okay.
Yeah, there's just a tube. It's just a piece of brake tubing or
Cable.
brake line, and with just a little line.
Release, just a-
Actually, just a half. If you look under there, it's part of a locking haft. You know, you put on your shed. It's just a little tab because you can't see it, so I didn't care if it was auto. You know. Just to put a drain in each corner. It never gets wet in there, even without.
Yeah, these are the drains here. Oh, you got them up here too, huh?
Yeah, like you see how they come in. You see on the side here, I got
Yeah.
they just jump in and they
Yeah.
dump out underneath.
That's
but
nice. That's nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
nice
a
job.
little bit of pecs.
Where does this hinge go? That doesn't turn all the way
The
around.
hinges all the way, but you gotta get it tight up here. It's just pushing up in there to get it, because with the crown here, this here wants to bite and grab there when you're trying to pick it up. So the hood needs to go up just a little bit before it opens. So by putting that hinge point way as tight up in there as you can. You know what that is? That's just a steel door hinge that I modified a little bit to weld these tabs onto. You know, just a 4.5 inch steel door hinge.
Yeah, I feel it.
It's the old adage, necessity is the mother
Well,
of
you know, it's more like,
invention.
oh, what do I got on the, what do I got in the line
Yeah,
of
what do
crap
I-
here,
yep,
you know?
yep.
So, but,
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful.
thank you, sir.
Nice
And this
job.
actually was just a $15 universal latch.
So just goes to show you. Oh, I didn't even see the caddy bullet tail lights here. Nifty, nifty, nifty. Got a few more cars over here, but this particular episode is getting kind of long. I've got some editing to do to it, but yep, we are in Bowling Green, Ohio, and this is, I think, the 35th annual King Midget Jamboree. How do?
Hi.
Neat and nifty. Having the Model 1 here is really neat. Tiny little, I think it's a 7-horse Kohler. Was that K301? Neat. Here's another one with the trunk. Can't do the trunk on mine. What are you doing?
I was going to go over there and put something out of my truck and just go over there.
Well, you have to start it first.
Yeah. This is my key for here, I think.
There it went. Well, have fun. We'll see you. Most of these do have forward and reverse, and that is done by a simple lever down on the floor in the middle. You can see that pipe right there. That is your forward and reverse lever. Push down. It one way's reverse, one way's forward. I always get it mixed up. You find out when you push on the gas pedal. So that's gonna wrap it up. I promise you guys, I will be on the next one, and I'll see you when I see you. Later. I'm out of here.